And now I'm hitting the intro. And there you go. The magic is going to begin. I don't have a magic trick.
What?
What am I going to do? I don't have a magic trick with me. Son of a... I got to come up with a magic trick. Wait a minute. I've got one.
Don't pull that out.
I've got
Don't
one.
pull that out.
Oh, I have a magic trick. It's going to be exciting, too. Now, let's see if it's... is this thing playing everywhere it's supposed to play? Because I have no idea.
It's up on my X. So yeah.
Is it? Is it?
Yes, it is.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go over here, and I click on that, and you're right. It is up. Wait a second. It says DVR. Oops. It's going to be loud. Hold on. That was me talking because I played myself talking. And I don't think you're supposed to do that. I don't think it's very professional. At least I don't think it is. All right. All right. Places, everybody. Places. You too, lesbian Snow White. Get over in your...
People.
Places. Seriously, people, we've got 30 seconds. Put your pants back on. Damn it. Always having to tell her. Put her pants back on.
He could leave his off.
Well, yeah. I wasn't going to tell him to put his on. That would be horrific. All right. Now, the way that this thing goes, it's supposed to... Let's all count together. See the floating spinny boxes? Did we have those last week? I don't know. Did we? We might have.
Not in the main frame, I don't think.
Oh, see? And woo!
Ta-da!
Hold on a second. Here's my magic trick. Ready? One, and that's it.
Wow.
Right? I mean, you've got to be glad you found this.
Beginner's magician book, or...
No, that's advanced. You should see the beginner stuff. It's not really all that impressive. Sadly.
Well, I got news for you. Neither was that, but okay.
Wait a minute. You don't get to... That's like telling me what my pronouns are. You don't get to do that. You go.
What's going on with the camera? I want to be in the middle.
You want to be in the middle? Okay.
I want to be in the middle.
There, you're in the middle.
I mean, I want to be in the middle, though.
You're in the middle.
With the two shot.
You can't... There is no middle in the two shot. Oh, you want to be in the middle. I got you. You want to be that way. So
I have to sit like this now?
That's your fault. I asked you if you were sitting in the same place. See, you're sitting in the middle there.
I'll sit like...
But no, you're going to have to move that way when you're on that, and then when you're on this one, you're going to have to shift.
Okay.
That's the way it works.
All right.
I got bad news. We have the same clothes. Clothes, not clothe.
No, actually, I wore a shirt that my daughter bought me underneath the T-shirt. I was going to, actually, show it off today because I wore it. It says, proud father of a few dumbass kids. And she purchased it for me. And I like it.
Well, you're going to have to stand up a little bit because I can't go the other way. There you go.
Proud father of a few dumbass kids.
See, it's important that they have a sense of humor. And I'm wearing this shirt. Guess what this is about?
Connect, honor, and care for please now.
Yep.
What is that for?
That's exactly what I told Beth E. Knott when she handed it to me, and I wore it the first time, and I said, "I'm happy to wear it, but what is it for? You really should put March of Dimes somewhere on the front of it so people know that's what it is."
Yeah, it should be in one of the letters or something.
Somewhere.
I mean, maybe that's why nobody knows about the March of Dimes anymore. We're creating T-shirts without their name on it.
That's what I'm thinking. They've gone hidden for so long, but they're about to make changes. And you're going to hear, I suggested maybe they start calling it the Walk of Dimes, maybe the Jog of Dimes, but they did not want to change any of that. So it's going to continue to be the March of Dimes.
Why isn't it, let's say, I don't know, the they, them of dimes? Or...
Because that would, see, much like you were in a bad mood earlier that will just put me in a bad mood because
I got to stop being so angry. That was the whole point that we were talking about earlier. I
I
have
know.
to stop being so angry. Look, we're celebrating. Today is the day, right? Today is 15 days to flatten the curve. I've got my COVID decorations. I'm all good to go. I'm excited. It's an exciting time. Here, I mean, I like that. I like that shot actually. COVID.
Look, I've got a COVID mask. I have a COVID mask I should have worn. Seriously, where the hell is it? I'll have to get it.
You know, it's been a celebration. I have to stop being so angry.
Right. You just have to embrace the stupid because it's here to stay, I'm afraid. That's the biggest problem. And it started for me, hold on a second, this morning when I saw, where'd she go? Oh, yeah, here it is. And I put this out in a tweet, and I'm like, wait a minute. They're not serious. This is over at Tyson Foods.
So this is a
what?
Mentorship program, big theys, big thems.
I remember Big Sisters and Big Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, that still exists, right?
Oh, I hope so, because surely it does.
I mean, Big Sisters and Big Brothers was kind of a big deal. Maybe they're stuck making T-shirts without their name on it, too.
This is what happens when you stop making the T-shirts. That's right. Big theys, big thems. This is as bad as the fat dude winning the beauty contest in Derry, New Hampshire, or wherever that was. Remember him?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And it's like they're daring us to laugh. They're daring, and I'm gonna laugh. It's just like Dylan Mulvaney.
Big theys, big thems.
Big theys,
Tyson
big thems.
Foods. That's all DEI stuff. I know some of these companies are now, ditching the DEI stuff, but
that's because it's stupid.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right.
I want somebody who knows, with airlines, I want somebody who knows the plane, not somebody with pronouns ze, them, zer. Don't care.
I agree with that.
I want them to be able to know what all the buttons do in the cockpit. Beyond that, I don't care. But first,
I agree.
Fly the plane.
I agree.
And if you're focused on you need to call me they, because I'm a they, not a me or an
get out.
An it. Yes, get the hell out. I don't want to talk to you anymore, and I don't want you flying my damn plane because you're stupid enough to crash it.
And if I say hello to you, hello, sir, ma'am, and you have to make a point of telling me that it's they.
Ma'am.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. I just try. I mean, okay, whatever, sure. You got it. You got it.
Nah.
Because I just say okay. I mean, I don't repeat it. I just, if I'm told that, I'm just like, okay. It doesn't change what I said to you. Just okay.
Okay. And then the next time,
move on.
I'm probably going to say it again, though. Hey, sir.
This is the third time I've told you it's say.
See, this is where I have to put my foot down. I don't care what people do when they're all by themselves.
Like you do.
I don't.
Feel like you do,
I don't care. I don't care what or who you do. Doesn't bother me a bit. But when you start making me pretend you're doing it too, that's where I draw the line. Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. And I will even say this. We were watching Lesbian Snow White earlier, and I don't agree.
I like Lesbian Snow White. I don't have a problem with Lesbian Snow White.
I don't really either. She's a cute girl. Now, see, I probably already insulted her because she's probably not a girl.
I know.
Let me see.
But no, that's her name that's her social media name, right? Lesbian Snow White.
Oh yeah, Lesbian Snow White. But I'm saying I'm calling her a her, and I'm not sure if I can call her a her.
Well, if you're a lesbian, you're a her, aren't you? Or is that?
Oh wow! Hey, wake up and smell 2024. You You.
Today's pronoun of the day
Here
is
she is.
forests. So these are nature-inspired pronouns. And you might be thinking, nature-inspired pronouns? What are you
That's what I was thinking.
Well, these would be
Right.
a form of neopronouns. And if you've never
okay.
heard of neopronouns, well, I urge you to please go and look it up, do some research, because neopronouns
Let's look up
have been around
neopronouns, shall we?
for such a long time. And a lot of people don't realize that because a lot of people don't come out using neopronouns.
You know
And
why?
there's various reasons for that.
Because they're
One is because-
stupid. You can
So-
have your little parties and call yourselves everything you want. I've been in theater before. I have, I've spent a lot of time in theater, and there's some weird people in theater, and they do some weird stuff,
Absolutely.
and I'm fine with it. But when you start bringing it out here into normal society,
The neopronouns are just the they, them, theirs.
Yeah.
Z, here, hers. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They're a category of
And
neopronouns that are increasingly used in place of she and he or they.
and all that does is screw with it made it to Jeopardy. Remember, it was a Jeopardy question.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody lost their mind. I don't necessarily agree with people losing their mind because it was a
I don't
Jeopardy.
either.
But-
I don't either.
But still, it's just they're forcing us to play charades. And that's what I don't like. As soon as I'm forced to do anything, I ever tell you about the naked beach?
The Naked Beach.
So we
I
were
feel like
in
I may or may not have heard this.
in
You can quote me
Jamaica.
on that.
There's
You can
was it
quote me
Jamaica?
on that. I may or may not have heard this.
Well, good. Then I've got you covered either way. I think it was Jamaica. So the resort had what they call a prude side and a nude side.
Okay.
And
Prude side, nude side.
right.
All right.
And,
Makes sense.
And honestly, you got better service on the nude side, just saying. But walking from the prude side to the nude side, even down on the beach, there was like a gate. And it said, you pass here, no clothes. So you couldn't just like go over there and, gawk at them, which is what I wanted to do. But they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, well,
And-
if on the other side, did it say past here, put clothes on?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. So fair enough. But when I crossed over through the gate, dude is there like the naked police. You have to take your clothes off.
Dude,
Which
I just
I would've-
stepped on the other side.
I would have been fine doing until he told me I had to. And then I'm like, no, bite me.
Well, that's on you. He's just making sure that.
Well, I'm not blaming him. The rules are the rules. But as soon as I'm told that I have to
Plus-
do X, Y, or Z,
Plus, do we know that he actually was working for the hotel or the resort, or was he just a guy there making sure that he could watch everybody undress?
that's a good point. I was better looking back then, so that may have been
'Cause
it.
I'm not even care about that. If I, whatever, you're just sitting there, you got a little buzz on, you just go stand by the gate. Okay? Those clothes have got to come off now, and you just watch people undress.
That's not a bad racket right there. I may
No,
have a
it
new
is
respect
not.
for him.
No, it is not. And I'll tell you what, for $50, you can go ahead and keep your clothes on. Get out of here.
There was a dude in the pool at the nude side. His name was Tex, ironically, and this was 20 some odd years ago. But Tex, oh yeah, once you saw Tex, you would not forget
Yeah.
Tex.
Text, yeah.
I was like-
We've all run into text in our lives,
Yeah.
and you
It does-
realize, well, okay,
You
whatever.
got what you got. You're gonna work with it. Shut
Right.
up.
I mean, that's when you go home and cry, and mom says, "Hey, that's what you were born with. Just sorry, that's what you got."
Right.
I used to work for a guy that used to say, "You guys, when we were, I don't know, we were 100 years ago, teenagers," and he used to say, "Okay, you guys need to join the military. You'll find out just how big you are." All right. He was sick of here. Jack Grizzly, I loved him. Loved that man.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Loved that
And-
man.
And poor little lesbian Snow White. And I do. And just for the record, we're talking about Dylan Mulvaney earlier, and the fact that the comments were on initially when the new song came out, which is I didn't even examine. Like, it's a lot of these people have gone in.
He should have known better. If she's trying to, he is trying to get her.
Let's go with Zem. Let's go with
All right.
Zem.
Zem is trying to, get back into the good graces of the world, and you just post it. You don't need to worry about the comments.
Right.
Just post it.
But the thing is, and then people, and I didn't, again, I was more watching the train wreck that was the video, but not really paying close attention to it. But people pointed out, it's like, okay, being a girl is all about having a bunch of drugs in your medicine cabinet, and I guess being, a little slut and walking home with the walk of shame. Who hasn't done that?
Thank you.
But I didn't really get that deep into it. It was just the train wreck that was, and the comments were really
all those
more
drugs
entertaining.
were for the change, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Except I still think, and others agree, that in about either later this year, maybe next year, Dylan Mulvaney is going to step out and go, ta-da, gotcha.
I thought that would have already happened.
No, he's still milking it.
But she stepped into it with the Bud Light thing, and so she had to. I think that had to be. She couldn't come out and tell that she was trolling us then. That would have been way too much.
Right,
I don't
because
know.
You've destroyed an entire iconic brand of beer.
Well, first of all,
single-handedly.
she didn't destroy the iconic brand of Bud Light. All right, so let's just calm down there.
Didn't they, Zem? Didn't Zed?
I'm sorry.
Didn't Forests?
I'll tell you a company that needs to be destroyed.
Uh.
Let me rephrase that. I don't think they need to be destroyed. We just need to.
Destroy
one
them?
store. One store. So I stopped into Sonic the other day, and it's very frustrating to me. I do stop into Sonic from time to time, and to get drinks. I'm not a big fan of their food, but I love their drinks and their shakes and stuff. So, but I pull into the drive-through, and you pull in, and I pull into one drive-through, and I push the red button. Boom. And when you push the red button, the sign should come up on the screen, activated, we'll be with you in a moment. And that didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, I waited a second, and then I hit it again. And that didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to sit here. I mean, it's broken. So I back out. I pull into number 24. I was in 12. I back out. I cross the lane. I pull into 24.
Maybe it works better.
Boop. And it activates, but nothing. No, within the first minute, there's no, hey, welcome to Sonic, how can I help you? Because they're usually pretty good about that.
Right.
And because that's what they do.
Zem.
That's what Zem do.
Right.
And so I'm like, and so I hit it again, but I feel like that's like the elevator close button. It doesn't really work. It just makes you feel better.
Right.
To hit it again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they've already got the alert in the building, and it isn't buzzing another time once it's activated.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not inside the building hearing you go. Although I wish they were.
That happened once. That was years ago. That happened once.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, that was okay. So then I wait. Nothing. What is going on? And so then I see a car pull across the way in my rearview mirror and place an order. And I'm like, okay, all right, what is happening? Now, at that point, I should have just pulled out and went home. But I wanted what I wanted. You can quote me on that.
It was God's way of telling you to leave.
Right.
Right.
Right. Well, I mean, once again, I didn't listen. Anyway, So then I back out and I pull into another slot. And I boop. And within like 10 seconds, welcome to Sonic. How can I help you? Okay. So I placed my order. And I've learned at Sonic that you always leave the change as a tip. Because that yeah.
That's why I use a credit card.
No, I know you use a credit card, but it comes up on the screen.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
And you don't have to leave a big tip. You just have to make sure that you leave that tip gets highlighted. Because then they see on the machine inside the computer screen, they left a tip. Because ever since I started that, the service has been 1,000% better. Just saying.
So do they know you're tipping before they bring the food out?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
That's wrong. They shouldn't know before
whatever.
you
They
bring the
just do.
food
That's
out.
the way. I don't disagree with that, but that's the way the system is. Okay.
Right. Then they're
And I'm just
keeping
saying that
records
it
on
works
you.
better if you pull into Sonic and order. Just give the change as a tip because then it just highlights that you gave a tip.
Right.
And ever since I started that, I get better service. Now,
okay.
So they come right, and the service was great as usual with my 64-cent tip.
Right.
As usual.
They can get that operation they've been hoping for now. That's good. That's good.
And so the girl comes out and gives me my order, and I said, "Hey, just FYI." I didn't swear, although I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Just FYI, that number 12 and number 24 ain't working. Okay? And she looks at me with a straight face and says, well, we know about number 24. The manager has been out of service. The manager just won't let us put a cone there. I'll tell him about 12.
Wow.
Okay, so what is the problem here? Is it that there isn't a cone there? Or there isn't a sign on there that says, "Hey, out of order, use another stall"?
Nobody cares.
I don't quite understand.
They don't care
if they're aware of it. Now, if they're not aware of it, I get it. They break down. They have issues. I understand that.
Nobody wanted to go outside and put the cone up.
That's what. And I said to her, "Well, the next time you see a vehicle in there, maybe you go up there and say, "Hey, go to another stall."
No, because they were standing inside going, there's somebody in 24. They'll figure it out. It doesn't work in a minute. That was the conversation that happened. No one said, I'll go out and tell him to move. It was, he'll figure it out. Oh, he just pulled into 12. Yeah, he'll figure it out too. And then and then you either drive off and they go, well, I guess he was pissed. Or you pull into another one that works and they go,
which is what I did.
Right.
Which is what I did.
Right.
And then I was so pissed, so I'm driving home, and I'm angry at Sonic, and I'm angry at the whole situation. And I pull into my neighborhood, it's starting to rain, it's starting to pour, and I see a guy in my neighborhood parked in his driveway with his convertible top down, and I went, well, guess my problem isn't that bad.
On the bright side, he's going to have a hot tub.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
See what I did there? He had a hot tub.
Yeah, he could. On the bright side, he's going to have a hot tub.
I could have said swimming pool, but it was probably too small. I was in Joann's Fabrics yesterday, and it's a brand new store, and they've got all the cool stuff. And if you want to buy, have you ever bought fabric before?
I have.
All right.
My father-in-law owned a fabric store in Philadelphia.
Then you didn't really buy it because you got it free.
No, I have purchased fabric before. I'm just saying I am very familiar with the fabric industry.
All right, then why is wool felt more expensive than the felt right next to it?
It's all in how you feel it.
Okay, thanks. So anyway,
how you feel the felt.
I needed to. Can I quote you on that one?
Yes.
I needed a yard of black felt, and I walk over to the place where you get it cut because it says cutting station.
It does say that.
It says that.
It does. They're a fabric store, and they have a cutting station.
Well, and I walked over, and I'm like, wait a second. No, I'm sorry. It's called the cut bar.
Okay.
I kid you not. The cut bar. But what you have to, and there's nobody in it. So you have to go over this little iPad on the wall, sign in to get something cut. All right. Let's start with your name. Brad. Boink. All right, Brad.
Can I tell you something? I never use my real name when I type in that stuff. Never.
Doc never did that either. It was always Ishka.
I'm usually just Bill.
Or
just Bill. But when you go to, like they always, name please, Bill. I'm not giving you my name. What does it matter what my name is? Just
see,
silly.
that requires thought, so I just generally don't do it.
Okay, so you type in Brad.
I type in Brad. This woman comes around the corner, and she says, "Oh, do you need something cut?"
Nope, just standing here filling out your stupid iPad.
And I pointed. I said, I'm Brad. And then she copped this weird attitude. She was like pissed off. It's like, why don't I just? And then I put the felt out there, and she comes over to cut it. How much you need? A yard. Well, this is the yard. I said, I just felt it was the right thing to do. I thought it was genius. She was pissed. I don't know what the hell happened to her yesterday.
She's working at Joann's Fabrics.
No, she looked like she enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind working at Joann's Fabrics, and hell, I may be doing that next week. But you get a discount. I don't know if you knew that, but as an employee, you get it. So it'd be like having your father-in-law back.
Nice.
Right. So and so she's like,
father-in-law is still alive, by the way. I don't know if you know that. He's not dead.
Oh, do I? So well, okay. Well, I'm not wishing him dead or anything, but when he's dead, it'll be like getting him back. Well, wait a minute. That's the one that owned the fabric shop?
Yeah.
Huh. Anyhow. So I was walking up to the woman I said, well, you have a nice day. And she says, I should charge you for your jokes.
Oh, and nice. So she fought back a little. I like that.
She did. And I said, I should charge you for an appearance fee. I was like, okay, right there back at her. She's like, you don't try to play ping pong with me. Not here.
Not at the cut station. No, sirree.
No,
it's the cut bar.
It's the cut bar. I was going to show you the picture, but for some reason it won't show up. But yeah, not at the cut bar. You're not going to do it. Nope. And
that's funny though. So she came around.
She did swing a little bit, and then the girl up front. I swear, I think she radioed the girl up front ahead of time. Yeah, I see him. Okay, yeah. I was like, wait. I walk up there, and Ashley is her name because it's on her name tag. She
typed in Brad on the IP back coming up with the film.
It was like, I said, hi, Ashley, thank you. And I said, Ashley, I know you all do the app, and you don't send out the coupons anymore, but is there any? She's like, oh, well, yeah, this is, it was supposed to be $8 a yard. And she's like, $5 a yard. I'm like, Ashley, you're nice. All right. You're all right. You're a whole lot nicer than that back there at the cut bar. It's just my luck with bars.
Wow.
I didn't
say
that.
Was her daughter.
That's my mom, sir. Wow, I hope you don't grow up to be a bitch too. Sorry. I would have paid good money for that.
Awesome. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I will say there has been a downward trend on how people interact.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I quote you on that one?
In the public setting. Because I like you, I like to interact with that kind of stuff.
Me most of the time.
Smile. It makes me happy. It just part of my. You're already there. You're supposed to. You're already there. Let's go ahead and make it some kind of fun.
We're both here. Let's just have fun doing this crap we're doing.
Thank you.
I see. I don't think they're saying that at Sonic though.
No, no. Oh,
they're just pissed.
No,
they're just mad.
I still pissed at Sonic for that. We just leave out there. My manager knows about it, but he won't let us put a cone out there. Okay. Yep. So here's an idea. You as an employee, will I get better tips if the customer's not pissed? So the next time I take an order out, I'll just take a cone out. Or I'll put a sign on the machine saying, hey, out of order, sorry, use another thing. Take it upon yourself. A little gumption.
And you know what? There's not enough gumption these days.
Enough gumption.
There's not enough gumption. Which
you can't quote me on that.
Reminds me of Malarkey, which is midweek Malarkey, which comes up on Wednesdays on the Daily MoJo channel. And by the way, Chewing the Fat, too, is where you can find Jeff. Do I have the contact thingy up? I don't think I do I? Hang on.
I don't know. Just Chewing the Fat.
It's
available wherever you get your podcasts.
It's not just
Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Wherever you get your podcasts. Hold on. You can email the show anytime, chewingthefat@theblaze.com.
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, see?
I love the cameo. It's not free.
It's not free.
It is not free.
Just saying, it's not free. Some stuff in life is free, but the best things are not free. But
that's correct.
it's the customer. Yeah, people are interacting differently in customer service, which is actually, we're giving people a life hack in that all you have to do, if you want to be super successful at anything, is just, if you don't really care, act like you care, and do little things like taking the damn cone out there.
Right.
It's so simple. That's all you got to do. But somewhere along the line, somebody lost that valuable set of rules,
you know what it
or
is?
skills.
Those damn self-checkouts.
There was
those damn
yes,
self-checkouts.
that was
They have ruined interactions.
The second place that went after Joanne's was a place called Pop Shelf, Pop Store, Pop something. Because Beth was like, "You want to go to Pop Store?" No, because first of all, looking at the sign.
Can I tell part of the story, please?
Please do.
This is my version of Brad's story, and I do not know the continuation of the story. Want to go to the pop shop? No, just pull in, and he does.
Right.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I looked at my. Well, what's the Pop Shelf? Pop shop.
Well, let's go find out.
It looks like poop shop, first of all, because I can't see that well from where I am. Like, why do I want to go to the poop shop? And she said, it's like Daiso. Daiso.
Yeah.
And that dude just died.
Did you say, what is that?
No, I know what
like
Daiso is.
What's the point?
And I walked in, and I said to the girl in front, because it said, shop our sale. And I said, we're here to shop your sale. And then I found the one bag of white chocolate there that existed. And I walk up to check out. It's all self-checkout. There are no checkers.
Okay. So the employees just make sure that whatever they have is refilled?
I guess. And I kind of said, it feels weird because I carried my receipt with me. I said, I paid. She says, I know, I saw you. But so they're kind of keeping an eye on you while you're self-checking out. But
right.
No one's up there to check you out. It just says self-checkout here, which...
Yeah, we got you on camera.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Which Kroger does too now. And if you make the wrong move on their stupid cameras, it sets off a boop, boop, boop. Check aisle, check out stand number 7. He made a move. And this is what's happening when you raise the minimum wage to $20 an hour.
Well, that's true. But some of these stores are actually downgrading their self-checkout now. I was just reading a story the other day about how these companies are starting to backtrack on the self-checkout because of criminals like you making the wrong moves at the cash register, and they're having, people are complaining and they have issues, so they're going to go back to, I don't know, a cashier. But I don't know that
they can't afford them.
They're talking about that. I don't know that that's true. Yeah,
they can't afford them. I'll by the way, over in the chat, somebody, who was it? Was it Patriot Girl, said I had a naked beach experience too. I just happened to see the word naked. Plus this proves.
Well, that was a joke for years with my mom. Who my mom?
I'm really uncomfortable right now. Should I? Here, there you go. I'll be over here.
My mom is walking down a split area as well. Part of it is nude, part of it is prude, right?
Right.
And some guy comes walking by her that was part of the nude side. And as he walked by, my mom, with the group of people that she was with, just went, "Oh, bless his heart." So for years, that was just a little joke inside with the family.
Right. Oh, bless his heart. And I'm sorry, it was original babe, not Patriot Girl. I did not mean to undress you, Patriot Girl. It was original babe. OMG, I had a naked beach experience in Hawaii. I wasn't naked, but it was traumatizing for me.
Why?
Well, I'm guessing it was a Tex, big Tex.
Oh, yeah. Because if you go to the nudist, colony or the nudist resorts, There's a couple of them in Florida. Everybody gets a towel and everybody walks around. Everybody wants to be. It's the freedom. It's the freedom
Yes.
of being naked.
It is. And I tell you, after being in that
It's not
pool,
about text. It's not about
nope.
non-text.
It is. Although there is a moment when it's about text. It's like,
And there is a moment when it's about text. No
but
doubt
you
about
get
it.
past that, and it's really a strange, and it's not, I'm going to say this, and everybody's going to go, it's not sexual.
No, it's not.
It's strangely, like you said, freeing.
It's free,
And
yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird.
We've been
you do
made.
it.
Yeah, I mean, we've been made here in this country, and look, I wander around naked. I don't want to see me naked. I got it.
I don't.
But
either.
I'm just saying that it's kind of we've been made to think of it as
taboo,
ick, and it really isn't.
right?
It really isn't.
You come into this world naked. You don't necessarily go out naked. I mean,
No, you don't.
You end up on a table.
In the end, you do.
Cutting your
Yeah,
stuff
very
open
end
and
you do.
dishing your brain out and taking all your organs and putting them in a big pile and weighing
In the
them.
end, you do.
You get sewn up, and then they stick fake eyeballs in and pump you full of some sort of fluid, and you're naked there. So yeah, I guess you kind of do go out.
That's
naked.
what. Thank you.
Unless, I mean, nah, I'm not even I'm not going there. Not even gonna do it.
So, do you like blueberries?
I love blueberries.
Okay, and I sent you a story.
Yes, you did.
I sent you a story. And I think I sent it under the headline Burberry, but it's the wrong spelling. But there's now a new Guinness World Record for the world's largest blueberry. And I love blueberries.
Blueberries
Now,
are
when
good.
I first saw that, I thought, the blueberry weighs 20 pounds? No, it's grams. It's Australia.
Jimmy Carter, I still want to slap him. That
This is the Eterna variety, and it still has great flavor and consistently large fruit. And there are probably around another 20 berries of similar size at this guy's blueberry ranch in Australia. So it's almost 70 times more than the average blueberry.
wow.
Does
Does he
a
sell
big-ass
them?
blueberry.
I mean, does he
That's a big
sell them, or
ass
is he? I can quote you on that. That is a big ass blueberry.
No doubt.
His,
I love blueberries.
Does he sell them? I mean, or does he?
Yeah, it's part of his deal, part of his company.
Right, but I'm saying when he gets a big one like this, does he sell it or does he keep it?
No, well, this one right here, he's got it framed.
How do you frame
And,
a blueberry? Yeah,
He's got it framed, and it's a Guinness record. You don't eat
Okay.
that.
well, what do you do with it? Because eventually it just breaks
You
down and turns
frame
into.
it.
How do you frame a blueberry? You'll smash it.
You go to the fabric store.
So right. Hold on. What did they say something here about it? Or
Here we go.
Look at that.
that is
20
20 pounds. That's
There it is, people.
that's
That's
heavy.
what I
That's a
mean.
20-pound blueberry.
That's what I thought the first time too,
Damn it!
but it's not. It's not
It's-
pounds.
It's Jimmy Carter's fault. I'm telling you, if we had just switched to the damn metric system, we would have been fine.
So congratulations anyway to Costa Farms in Australia for now having the Guinness Book of World Records
It's funny
largest blueberry.
It's funny you should that you should mention Australia, because I was watching something just this morning, and it was the dude. All of these toys that they outlawed back in Australia, and I
Okay.
guess they and some of these, a couple of them I had heard of, a couple of them I hadn't, and it was, he said, according to this guy, they outlawed some of these toys in the 80s.
You mean like
And-
jarts, like the metal tipped jarts,
Which never
Stuff like
should have
that.
been outlawed, because
I agree.
you should outlaw shovels then.
Well, I agree, and here's the thing. Even if little Millie, who we love, and she's such an adorable little child, comes walking around the back of the house with a jart sticking out of her eye, then it's my choice to never use jarts again.
Thank you. Because her little serial killer brother threw the damn thing at her.
And then I sued Jarts for a lot of money.
Of
But
course. And I think there were 3 injuries from Jarts. I looked that up once. It was like something you count on one hand.
No, I don't even think there was a little Millie with a Jart in her eye. Right? There was just honestly, I think maybe there was one kid that actually got stabbed with a Jart. But I remember playing with metal tipped Jarts, and guess what? You realize that's a metal tipped Jart.
Right.
I don't want to have that hit me. Duh.
My friend and I in Boron, California, and granted, there's not much to do in Boron, California to this day, but we would play hit the box with rocks, and to play that, we each had a wagon with a box thing on it, kind of like a camper that you'd pull around, and one of us would stand next to the box, and the other one
would throw the rocks.
Side, we'd throw rocks, and you'd try not to hit the person, but hit the box. Inevitably, you got hit by a rock.
Well, where I grew up in Saginaw, Michigan, which the president was in Saginaw, Michigan the other day, as a matter of fact,
check your wallet.
Saginaw, Michigan, right here. Michigan. Anyway, part of the Tri-Cities, Saginaw, Midland Bay City. Anyway, we used to live on the block that we lived on had chestnut trees.
Love chestnut.
And I don't know anything about chestnut trees, but when they're ripe, they drop down out of the trees, and you have chestnuts. We used to get boxes of chestnuts and rifle them at each other from the different yards, the backyards in our neighborhood. And the good ones to have, if you get them before they pop out of their skin, because their skin is like a porcupine.
Yes.
I mean, the chestnut, grows inside this porcupine skin. You get hit by those, brother.
You're knowing it.
You know it. Thank you. You know it. We used to have wars.
It was great. The good old days.
It was a different time, I know.
It was a different time. So this guy, he's talking about remaking one of his favorite old toys, which I was familiar with, but he said a couple other things in here. I'm like, I didn't know that about these toys. So
with mates and catching a ride on their local monorail.
So here he comes to the toys.
But 6-year-old me has got bigger issues on his mind. Some of my favourite toys had already been banned from school. The yo-yo was great, but soon disappeared after it was weaponised.
Wait a second. Did you ever weaponize a yo-yo?
I probably had one that I used to dig my brother in the back of the head with or something.
But I remember yo-yos in school, and people were doing tricks and stupid stuff with them. But I don't remember having anybody like,
swinging them around.
Right.
And it's possible that sure, one kid used his yo-yo to dig some girl,
ruined it for everybody.
So we've got to get rid of them all.
So, and again, this is Australia. But then the next thing that he says was banned.
The metal inside slap bands was cutting kids' wrists up and giving them tetanus.
Oh, wait, stop it.
What?
No, it was not. I've never heard that.
I never have either. Again, it's Australia. And those look like they're... Wait, the original ones were covered in fabric, right? Or were they? Were they just metal?
No, they were like hard plastic or whatever.
Were they?
Yeah,
okay.
They were hard.
Well, these must be metal because I don't think you can get tetanus, or as he says, tetanus, from plastic.
That could not be true. That could not be true that actually happened.
Remember, Australia started out as a penal colony. So it is a bunch of criminals. All right, and here, finally, the last...
Hand blasters were living up to their name and taking kids' fingers off.
Oh,
I remember those.
Yes, come on. They were taking fingers off.
I think that might be an exaggeration. I mean, the ones that we had...
Lose some skin or whatever.
You could throw them up and catch them, and they'd snap.
Yeah, I mean, you might lose some skin.
What's a little skin?
I mean, we all knew that we all knew you had to get rid of the firecracker before or it exploded, right? And we've all had firecrackers explode really close to our hands.
Except little Jimmy down the street. Bless his heart.
Jimmy didn't get rid of his in time, and now we call him Stump. But
Jimmy was a little slow. He used to ride the short bus, and we all were like, Jimmy, throw the firecracker. No, seriously, throw the fire. No, I'm going to hold it.
I mean, it happens, right? So, I mean, my father-in-law tells a story, the fabric shop owner, from Philadelphia. He was born and raised in Philadelphia.
That's not dead.
No, he's not dead.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
He lives with us. He's alive.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
So he tells a story about when he was kids. They used to jump off the train trestles into the coal cars, into the train coal cars at the train yard when they would be coming in. They would jump off into the coal cars just for fun.
It's not like jumping into a pile of rocks.
Okay, but one kid missed.
Ouch.
And he tells the story like, I forget the kid's name, but he was a really good singer and he was a performer, and then he missed and he had his legs cut off, and we never see him after that.
He never comes out anymore.
We had the train police come to the house, and we got hollered at for we couldn't jump off the trestles into the coal cars anymore just because Billy got his legs cut off.
So Billy's in a wheelchair and we all get punished? Oh, that's great. I'm telling you, there's a problem with the justice system. We didn't miss. We didn't miss. I can't help it that Billy has shitty aim. He doesn't. We told him, jump, Billy, jump. Jimmy, show the firecracker. Throw it now.
Right.
We saved him from a life of misery.
We get punished.
Right. We were trying to tell him to do the right thing.
Thank you.
It's like the gun lobby wants to take all the guns away from the good guys.
Thank you.
Just
Why are we getting punished?
Right. It all boils. Oh, and here's close to my favorite, because I'd forgotten about this too. Dude says,
And even the seemingly innocent schoolyard classic, The Marble, was banned because kids were running a gambling racket.
And
I believe. I believe, yes. Absolutely. That absolutely happened.
Because marbles were great, man. You have everybody had their little line set up. You come along and do, and you take.
Absolutely happened. I used to run a. Well, I had people bet money on on sporting events. I think people call that a bookie, but I'm not sure. Anyway, and I always, the problem that I had was that I just figured nobody would win, so I just spent the money. You can't do that though, because people do win.
Valuable life lesson.
When they win, they want their money.
Right. You learned the hard way. You learned the hard way.
Something that you can take with you, man.
Right.
And when people win, they want the money.
And to this day, they still call you Stumpy. But and there's this one more toy that I remember that this dude says they outlawed was.
But there was one banned toy that hit me the hardest.
I call it a pop ball. You turn it inside out,
yeah.
You drop it.
Now available at all good toy stores and newsagents.
Pop ball.
Pocket pop. Head pop. Double pop.
But they stopped making them apparently because.
Why? Does he say why?
He goes into it, but he says that. Well, I'll just play it that way. I don't have to say it. He will.
As far as I was concerned, this was the best toy ever. The black-coloured ones were banned first, which only added to the mystery and urban myths surrounding their disappearance from schools. Over 35 years later, and a lot of those myths have never been able to be confirmed.
All right, so this is from a Reddit. He says apparently they could suck your eyeball out, or so I was told.
Stop it.
Some kid at my primary school had one put on his forehead, and it caused a hickey.
Well, I believe that.
Flip it upside down and put a rock in it. You now have a mortar. Now,
we've all had, those the stupid little bow and arrow sets with the suction cup on the end of the arrow.
Right.
Those could get stuck on your head as well and leave a mark. Just saying.
Well, and if you took the suction cup off, they were a pretty damn good arrow.
Right. And plus, I believe that kids were walking around putting that on other kids' foreheads. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
And threatening that if they took it off, they were going to get beat up.
You see the kid walking through the hallway of the school with that thing on his forehead. That's hilarious.
See, I was the kid walking around with the I had the Star
Well,
Trek.
that's what I
haircut.
mean.
It's not. You know what? When it's you, it's not funny.
No, I know.
Look
That's
what
why I
it's
think.
done to me.
I know. So we all have to pay. I know.
Right.
We all get punished because you
Billy's in a
could take a
wheelchair.
joke with a plunger on your forehead.
Billy's in a wheelchair and we get punished. Why? There's nothing fair. Wow, would you look at the time?
You know.
It's
Oh yeah.
Hold on
All
a
right,
second.
let's-
We made
that's
a
fine.
promise. I'm gonna hit.
I've got so many stories to talk about, and we've done. I feel like we've done none of them. So.
We've wasted enough time. I got stuff to do. Don't you?
Do you really? Do you really know?
Sure. Yeah. Hey, Red,
I'd
go
like
outside.
the answer to
I
that.
need you to help me. What?
Sounds like someone's calling you.
My mom was just calling me. She says I gotta go. I can't play anymore. I don't know. I don't know what it is. All
right.
Oh, look!
That's what
But
she said.
we're stuck with the same stupid clothes from last week.
We love your love.
Right.
We
right.
love your love.
Chewing the fat at the place.
We
yeah.
love
your
your
love.
love.
Love your love to love you, baby. And there's
Love
your
to love you too,
there's
baby.
your little cameo. Your little cameo thing.
Love to love you, baby.
Real
I haven't heard
Brad.
that song in a long time.
No, I haven't either. And for those of you who didn't see the joke last week, here it is again. Write your thoughts on the back of a $100 bill and send it in.
Just to be clear, that's not a joke.
That's a good point.
Go ahead and do
That's
that.
a good point.
Make
Maybe
that
I should
happen.
just leave that up forever, and that's
Make that happen.
that will be the way of it. Well,
I noticed you didn't put my PayPal account on there, but whatever, that's fine.
you didn't remember what the name of your PayPal account was.
I can't remember again, but it's,
Oh,
I think it's Jeffy CTF. I think it's Jeffy CTF is my PayPal account.
Are we doing
So
this
just-
next time too? Next week, same time?